When you come up here, when anybody gets up on the radio and you engage in 2, 3, 4 hours of radio a day, or in the case of what I do, and I'm doing a lot of interviews, some days I've done 10, 11, 12 hours of talking, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to stumble. Your English is going to get bad. You're going to get tongue-tied. And it's frustrating because in your psyche, in your intellect, in your intellectual understanding, what you're trying to put in simple words is so much more complex and so much more detailed and so clear. And if you could only get people to see what you're seeing and to understand what you're understanding and to read the globalist documents and to see them on video announcing not just that there's a world government, but what that world government's going to consist of, pure bondage. If you could just get people to see what you've discovered. I use the analogy a lot because I've read quite a bit of criminology and I've seen the basic psychology played out over and over again of when a neighbor sees something suspicious, looks like a bundle, looks like a dead body being put in the back of a car, and then years later, the serial killer neighbor gets caught kidnapping some woman or some child. And so police finally show up at the house, go into the basement or the backyard and dig up 15, 20, 35 people, 40-something people, depending on the cases. And the neighbor just can't believe that their neighbor was actually a murderer that went out and preyed on people like a big black spider, a big hairy spider, and drug them back into their nest to torture them to death in their little dungeons. And see, I have seen the New World Order's documents. I've read where they're putting poison in our water. I've read where they're chemtrailing us and they're bragging about it. I've read where they plan to take all our children at birth and raise them in dormitories and kill the majority of us and have controlled bioweapons releases. And I've read where they invented AIDS as a soft kill weapon that attacks Africans more than any other group that's race specific. I've read Dick Cheney where he talks about the use of race-specific bioweapons in the September 20th, 2000, rebuilding America's defenses. I know about the dead bodies in the basement. I've seen them covered in maggots. I see it every time. I just have an inkling of fear or doubt about the path I'm on fighting these people. I just think about all the innocents they're tearing limb from limb that they're having their way with. And then I'm just completely filled with energy and resistance against this tyranny. And it is so fulfilling to be able to make a film that I'm proud of, to make a film that's high quality, to make a film that's truthful, that I've done my best to make sure is 100% accurate, that I've done my best to make sure is pure, that I've done my best, and that my great crew, Aaron Dykes and Rob Jacobson and Rob Dube and all the other people in this office and all the other camera people that have done such a great job, and Jason Douglas and everyone else, and Michael McWhorter and Glenn Dill and Derek Einkoff and Will and everybody else in this office that made this film possible, and to see it and to know that if I'm allowed by the good Lord above to just live a little bit longer, I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of imprisonment. I'm not. I'm committed. And I know I'll probably find my true strength when I go through more tribulations. But my flesh doesn't want it. But at the same time, I just ask God for more time to make even better films and more informative films. And it is so fulfilling to be on this path and to see my team working together and our great IT guys and everybody here in the office, the people that answer the phones, the people that pack the videos, the people that ship them out to you, everybody here, my wife and family that puts up with me working long hours. And when I finally take a break, I'm stumbling around like a zombie at my house. I can only think now and basically operate when I'm fighting the New World Order. I'm officially completely past burnout. I'm now completely a creature of resistance, completely a tool, completely filled with resistance. Resistance is victory! I now am completely a slave, but a slave of life, a slave of goodness. I am now completely turning myself over to this. I turned myself over a long time ago, but I recognize I'm completely turned over to it. And I'm seeing the rewards of a great passion, a love affair with humanity, a love affair with decency, a love affair with strength, a love affair with everything innocent and everything wholesome. A love affair. The only answer is to give my life for it. There is not even a question. Once you've seen what I've seen, there's no doubt these people must be resisted. The hell they carry out against the innocent, the pain, the suffering. The widows, the orphans, they cry out for us, their champions, to rise and stand and defend them. But so much of what I do is just blasting the enemy in any direction I can fire at. But these films, these are special salvos and are true satisfaction. I look at it and it is good. And that is so satisfying, and I know it's satisfying to the Creator. This is your chance, ladies and gentlemen. Your chance to be part of history on the side of goodness. To stand up for freedom. To stand up for humanity. And the enemy is showing itself now. It has come out in the open. It is making its move to dominate us and to break our will. And it's a trick of the mind. If you will just realize that you've been mesmerized, that you've been made to feel weak, you've been made to feel pathetic, and that you really are an incredible creature alive on a gorgeous planet in the middle of the heavens, and that you have such a special, important destiny, that all of us are made in the image of the Creator, that we're all given different gifts, and that we are a special species, and that we do have so many wonderful things in store for us, and so many wonderful things that are happening now. If you will realize that, you will be free from the New World Order's control, even as we live in their prison, in the world, but not of it. In their system, they are the gods of this world. And their darkness is weakness. That's why they try to pull down strength and beauty and decency. That's why they love to burn and destroy cities. That's why they love to disease and poison you, because they see what you are, burning like lights of liberty, burning with the fire of God, and they hate your guts. And it is so satisfying and fulfilling and wholesome and goodly to sit here with the DVDs in my hands. Fall of the Republic, the presidency of Barack H. Obama, and know that this is a testament of who the true enemy is and what we face, and that this will be seen by tens of millions of people in the next month alone because of you, and because of the actions you are taking, and because of the victories and your courage. I love you. I commend you. I salute you. So many little old women that I've known who've been the vanguard of freedom, and little old men for decades warning people about the Federal Reserve and giving people newsletters and giving people videos and going to City Hall and going to the State House and going to the county commissioners and going to the Capitol and calling into talk radio and lovingly warning their families and being laughed at. You did all of that back when they didn't admit the New World Order, but back when you knew and you'd done the research. You went against all that adversity and all that ridicule, and now because of you, so many people are listening, and we have a chance. Not at stopping this world government from coming into place. It's already there. It's just going to now build and expand and get worse. But we are saving minds, intellects, souls. We are showing people the truth. We are freeing minds. Every mind we free is greater than all the rubies and diamonds and emeralds and gold. It's more important than all the palaces. It's more wealth than everything in this dimension we inhabit. It is a sentient being that you are freeing from the bondage of the New World Order with God's help. That is so special and so powerful and so huge, what you are part of and what you have done. All of you, black people, Hispanics, whites, old, young, all of you that in your heart love liberty and freedom. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all together. We are all right now on this radio show. in fellowship together.